The next video will explore the time function. We'll use a similar exercise as we did in the date video, combining multiple functions into one lesson. This exercise will cover the now function, the hour, minute, and second functions, as well as the time function. Let's go ahead and open the date and time workbook and go to the time tab to follow along in this lesson. The following illustration is an example of today's lesson. The now function will return the date and the time. We'll extract the hour, minute, and second from the return date. We will then take that information and apply the time function, returning the time. Let's go ahead and take a look at our lesson so we can solidify the understanding. So here we are on our spreadsheet, and I have added some data for us to work with. We're going to do a similar exercise as we did with the date. Instead, this time we will be using the time. We'll begin by using the noun feature, which returns the date and the current time. Now, this is good to know if you want to timestamp your worksheet every time it's open. You can use this function. Let's begin by placing our mouse inside of cell C3. Let's type equal. Let's go ahead and type the word now. And let's place an opening and closing parenthesis and click enter. Okay, so now as you can see, it returned the date and the time. I'm going to narrow this to a time format because I'm only using the time in this case. Let's go up to the home tab. Let's go to numbers. Let's get the drop down and let's go ahead and say time. Okay, so next I'm going to extract the hour, the minute, and the second from this information. Let's begin by placing our mouse inside of cell D3. Let's click equal and type the word hour. Let's place an opening parenthesis and let's go ahead and select cell C3. This is notifying Excel that we want to extract the hour from this cell. Let's close the parenthesis and click enter. And as you can see, it returns the current hour. Let's do the same with minute. Let's place our mouse inside of cell E3. Let's go ahead and type equal and say minute. Let's place an opening parenthesis. And again, we're going to tell Excel to extract the information from cell C3. So go ahead and click cell C3 and close your parenthesis and click enter. Okay, so far our information is looking good. Let's do the same for second. Let's click equal. Let's type the word second. Let's place an opening parenthesis. Again, let's click cell C3 and close the parenthesis and click enter. Okay, so this looks good. Our hour, minute, and seconds have been extracted from the noun time. So now what I would like to do is combine this information. Now we'll be using a different function to do this. We'll be using the function called time. Let's begin by placing an equal sign inside of cell G3. Now as you look at my label, I give you the order that this should apply. Let's go ahead and type the word time. Let's place an opening parenthesis. First we're going to grab the hour, which is in cell D3. Let's go ahead and add a comma. Let's grab cell E3 for the minute. Let's go ahead and add a comma and grab cell F3 for the second. Let's close out the parenthesis and let's go ahead and say enter. Okay, so our hour, minute, and seconds have been combined and it also reflects the current time. Okay, so I would like to do one more and then we'll do an autofill. Let's begin by placing our mouse inside of cell D4. Let's type equal. Type the word hour. Let's place an opening parenthesis. Now this time we're going to extract the information from cell C4. So let's go ahead and click cell C4. Let's place a closing parenthesis and click enter. Okay, so as you can see this time it's a 4 for the fourth hour. Let's do the same for the minute. Let's type equal. Let's type the word minute. Let's place an opening parenthesis. And again, let's click cell C4 for the reference. Let's close the parenthesis out and click enter. Okay, let's do the same for the second. Place your mouse inside of cell F4. Type equal. Let's go ahead and type the word second. Let's place an opening parenthesis and click cell C4. Let's place a closing parenthesis and click enter. Okay, so as you can see, our information does mirror 4 hours, 54 minutes, and 12 seconds. All right, so we're going to do the same as we did above. We're going to go ahead and combine them into cell G4. Let's click equal and type the word time. Let's go ahead and place an opening parenthesis. We're going to begin by clicking the hour inside of cell D4. Let's place a comma. Next, let's go ahead and click the minute inside of cell E4. Let's place a comma. And then let's go ahead and grab the second inside of cell F4 and close the parenthesis out. And this information should mirror exactly what we have inside of cell C4. Let's go ahead and click enter. Okay, so as you can see, it does mirror. And if you look at the first exercise that we did, you'll see that information changing because it is based on the current hour. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and do an autofill and make sure that everything is working properly. Okay, so let's begin by selecting cell D3 to G3. Let's go ahead and hover to get our black cross. Let's left click and let's go ahead and simply drag it all the way down. Okay, so as you can see, it does autofill. So let's go ahead and check the information. Let's go ahead and grab row 6 first. Okay, so let's look at our current time and our combined information. Okay, and as you can see, it does mirror each other. The hour, the minute, and the second is also reflected, although the hour is the 15th hour. Okay, let's do the same for row 9. Let's look at the current time and the combined time. You'll see that we're at the 7th hour, 10th minute, and 0 seconds. Let's go down to row 14 and take a look. And you'll see that the current time and the combined time mirrors one another. Okay, so we have 7 hours, 54 minutes, and 15 seconds. All right. Okay, now with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the lesson. I hope you found this information helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Congrats! You have completed another video. I am very proud of you and the progress that you are making. You are doing a great job, and I look forward to seeing you in our next level of lesson